Okay, this video is focused on defense, and it's about the adjacent slide. First, I'd like to point out the positioning of all the players. We have the ball up at the top with this offensive player. So this guy's going to yell, "I've got ball." He's going to yell, "I've got right." This one's going to yell, "I've got left." And this one's going to yell, "I'm hot." So what being hot means is that he's going to slide. And this video is going to focus on what happens for the other players when that happens. I'd also like to point out that these two players who are right and left are sloughed in. They're not playing far out on their primary offensive player that they're defending. Instead, they're playing on this guy, but they're also into passing lanes. This guy up top can't pass to the wing because he'd have to pass through this defender who has a stick wide up in the air. And he's checking his head on a swivel, both of the offenders. Likewise, this guy won't be able to come around and pass to X if X decides that he wants to cut, because this guy's sloughed in a little bit and he's blocking out. So that's what this word is. It's sloughing in, and that's when you give your little space from your offender who doesn't have the ball, or even if he does have the ball, you give a little bit of space as well. But you look for passing lanes. Okay, so let's watch. So we're doing this one, and then next thing that happens, this guy just, bam, he just beats this dude. So there he is, he's past him. Now what's going to happen? This guy right here is going to need to go. So he needs to slide because he's hot. And then when he does this, he leaves his offender that he was originally guarding open. So what's going to have to happen here is these other two defenders are going to have to split too between their guys. So this guy right here, he's going to split this offender and his offender. And this guy is going to split this offender and his offender. This guy who's splitting right here, he's going to give a lot more pressure to this offender. And this guy back here, he's going to give a lot more pressure to this offender, essentially leaving this guy open. But he's farther from the ball, and he's not a threat. So that's always the plan when we're doing this. So let's go to the next slide. Here he's moved, and now this guy needs to move over, which he does. Next thing, we've got this guy up here who needs to move over. And after he does, it's going to look something like this. But after that, what happens is this guy comes around him, and now there's going to have to be the adjacent slide. So now that adjacent slide's a lot easier because this guy's started to split too. So he's in a much better position to pick up this offender after he's beaten both this first defender and the second one. Now he's on to the third slide. So let's see that. This guy has to go forward a little bit more, but he's already in the right position because he decided to split two and give more pressure. Have that other defender split two over here. So there he is on him. And now you're thinking, okay, well, this guy's open. So what's going to happen in this case is this defender that's out here is going to need to come in and split two between these two. He's going to put a lot of pressure on this guy. So that guy's got to move. And then there he is. And that's as far as we're going to go for this practice in this game, is just working the adjacent slide. This last bit might be a little bit too much anyway if we have to deal with that third slide. But hopefully we're just going to have the first slide, and then we'll pick the guy up and take the ball away on the adjacent slide. This guy's got to be aware and know that he needs to come over if that second slide does happen. This is going to take a lot of communication, mainly from the goalie, but also between people to saying, "I've got ball, I'm hot, I've got you right." Every time that there's a slide, somebody new should be yelling that they're hot. So in this case, this guy would be hot for this one. And then if he were to slide, the next step would be for him to come down and take the center. But I don't think it's ever going to get that far. So that sums it up for adjacent slides.